Welcome back to Shillong Edutech. So today's topic we will discuss about is the basic data types of C programming. Okay, so what are these basic data types? Basically, okay, so simply we can say that these data types are the representation of what a data can store. All right, so for example, what type of data? So for example, if you want an alphabet, so what type of data is alphabet? You have A, B, C, okay. So if you want to store A, B, C, D, what are these type of alphabet? What are these types of data? These data are based on alphabets. Similarly, let's say numbers. If you want to store the type of data which are numbers, then you can store 0, 1, 2, okay. So these basic data types determines the set of values that a data item can store, okay, and the operations based specifically on these data types. All right, so in C programming we have 4 basic data types. Okay, the first one is char, character, represents as char. The second one is int, that is an integer data type. The third one is float, okay, and the fourth one is double. We will discuss all these 4 basic data types in detail. Okay, so first let's say a char data type. Okay, this char data type stores a single character in memory inside a system. Okay, so it stores like a single digit, or I mean a single alphabet, a single character A, or let's say B, or let's say capital A. So a char data type stores a single character in memory, and the size of this data type of character is 1 byte. Okay, so if you want to store any character A or B or C or any character, you have to declare it under the char data type. Okay, and the memory consumed is only 1 byte. Understood? So the second one is integer. Int, it's integer, but we represent it as int. Okay, this integer, if you want to store a number, let's say 10 or 20,000 or any number, if you want to store it, we have to store it under the data type of int, that is integer. An integer will take the size of 2 bytes in memory. Okay, character will take only 1 byte because it will store only 1 character at a time. Integer will store 2 bytes of integer number. Okay, if you store any numbers under the data type of int, it will take the memory of 2 bytes. All right. The third one is the float. Floating number is a you can say in simple term, you can say it stores a decimal point of numbers. Okay, decimal point of numbers, and it stores a larger number also. The range is higher in float than in integer. That's why the size of a floating data type is 4 bytes. So if you are store, let's say 3.5 or 20.6, if you store this decimal under the float data type, it will take a memory of 4 bytes. Alright, and the last one, the basic data type, is double. Double. This stores a very large number, and the range is near to infinity. Okay, it's not infinity, but it's a very large number, and the size of this double is 8 bytes. It stores in memory in 8 bytes, so it is a very large number. Okay, so in some time I will give you the range of all these basic data types. Okay, so this is the basic tabular format explanation of the basic data types of C programming. So it is just a summary of what I have discussed with you earlier. Okay, so we have 4 basic data types. We have the char, which take the size of 1 byte. Okay, and the range is from -128 to 128. Why do we say a character stores a range of -128 to 127? Because a character in memory is not stored as in character. Instead, a character is stored as in ASCII code. Okay, so a character is stored in ASCII code in memory. So for example, let's say if you want to store A, this A will not store in memory as A. Instead, it will be converted into an ASCII code, which is, let's say, I think is 65, and this 65 is stored in memory. Okay, so that's why the range is from -128 to 127. The second one is integer. Integer takes, it's just a summary. The integer takes 2 bytes, and the range is from -32768 to 32767. Okay. The third is float. The size is 4 bytes because it is a larger number, which is 3.4e minus 38 to 3.4e plus 38. Is a large number compared to integer. And the last one is double, which takes a size of 8 bytes, and this is a very large number, 1.7e minus 308 to 1.7e plus 308. Okay, so these basic data types are very simple. You will understand clearly when we are doing program. Okay, it's very simple.